What is Sven covering today? Got the sound working, so that's good. Doing a little bit of D's and the other D's. Close things down. So what we're doing is we've got Greg Takes. I know that guy. Great to see you, sir. Thank you so much for the for the sub. I was not expecting it that quick into the stream. So thank you so much. Appreciate it. We just spent some time chilling together. So thank you so much. Sidetracked, exactly. I'm trying to increase. So when you're playing, if your characters are having a hard time seeing, or it's just taking up too much, you want more space overall, you can change the UI scales by typing /scale UI. I'm going to bring it up to 110. It's in between 50 and 200. Normally when I'm streaming and doing my character view, I'm at 110, 115-ish. So people can read the words and stuff. Atomic Hero Squad. Hey. Sup, Atomic. Happy November. Just looking at my campaign for tonight. So they're pretty much at a switch. They finished up what they were doing. Now they're heading home. So I've got to figure out what I'm going to be doing. I think I'm going to do a little bit of homebrew and then bring them into something else. Happy Wednesday. Yep. So two of you know each other, but for those of you, anybody else watching later, take a look at Jake Takes if you want to see some awesome live D&D being played. And Atomic Hero Squad every morning, weekday morning. Check him out. Does every game on Switch that's out there. Focuses sometimes on Gems of War and Dauntless on Fridays, but he's been doing some Mario Wonder, and then today at last playing Guardian Tales. I've been doing some Disney Speed Race, I think it's called Speed something, the newest Disney racing game. So check it out, check him out. He's lots of fun, good community. So I'm just skimming through what I've got in here already as far as my various supplements and things. Alright, so nothing in here that really screams that it wants to be used. So let's take a look at the activation and see. I'm just looking to see if there's any like one-shots or higher level adventures that I can just throw in here. Book of Lost Spells. So this is my Back to Basics campaign. So every character here is made from the Player's Handbook, and all spells, all classes, everything is from Player's Handbook. Alright, so yeah, so like some of these, see the Heir of Orcus, Palace of the Ifriti. Just not sure what level they are, so let's load these two up and check it out. CCC, not familiar with who that is, but we'll do a shout out once we pull them up. Crypt of the Sun Lord, I've already looked at before. I don't remember exactly what it is, but I know it's a lot earlier. So it's my characters are much higher level than that. That's my point. The Candlekeep Mysteries we're already doing in another campaign. Oh wait, no. This is my late night campaign. I had them mixed up for a moment. So my late night campaign is not back to basics. I've got an Echo Knight, a Wild Magic Barbarian, nine pages of stuff to check out. Better module window. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's one that doesn't work anymore. I don't know why I even have that here. So we've got 2 CCZ. Check out. Let's see what else we've got in here. Monster Manual. I'm not sure why that wasn't loaded. Player's Weapon Handbook. Soundscape stuff. Tactical Map Adventure Atlas. Dead and Fae. We just did that with Drake. Against the Giants. We're doing that now with Drake. Sunless Citadel. The Fudge of Fury. Tomb of Horrors, White Plume Mountain. I might throw them into one of those. They've never done either of those. Let's add the Forge of Fury and White Plume Mountain. See what levels those are. Maps. Okay, let's add those. I like to have as many maps and monsters as I can get. Encounters in the savage jungles and the savage cities. Dark Waters. Liam McGregor is one of the people I play with on Drake Takes channel. You can come check him out. Drums at Daggerford, I'm almost positive is much lower level than what I'm looking for. We'll put these guys in here. Encounters in the Savage Cities, so we don't need Underdark because they're not in the Underdark. We'll add some more spells. Don't really need the battle maps. I've used and abused those over the years many times. They're great stuff. Fantastic Terrain 1 and 2. This is Fantastic Encounters is one I converted. Grim Encounters, let's see. Grappler's Handbook is awesome. ILC, Eric Svenonius, because I did that one. Glorious Gambit. It's okay. Some more Grim Encounters. Creaking in the Dark is an earlier level. It's a really good one. Killer Kobolds. Load. Incredible Creatures. Load. Level Up 5e Monstrous Menagerie. Our Prophet is an earlier one. Monster Manual 2 NPC. Mini Day Dungeons 1. Caves. Load that up. Just trying to get as many different things to pull from as I can. It's page 6 of 9. Alright, Monster Manual 2 expanded. Boom. Not sure what the difference here is. There's Monster Manual Expanded version 2. Monster Manual Expanded 2. Not sure what the difference is. Alright, let's see. NPC treasure drops. Net Librum of Magical Effects. That's the 10,000. Get rid of that one. We don't need that anymore. Obsidian Dreams is a good one. It's a real good one. Adventures for 5e. Prepared. Let's check that out. The Ooze Lord. Lair of the Ooze Lord. Ravnica. Don't need Ravnica. Halls of Fire. I think I've already done. Village of the Dead. Check him out. Don't need sea monsters right now. Secrets of the Blind Palace, Shadows of the Long Road. Sharn, the Missing Shkama. Matakuri. I think this is earlier than what I want, but I'm checking them out. Adding everything, man. Adding them all. Shops. Combat random events. We'll check that out. Solo skirmish. Awesome. Storm King borrows tombs and crypts of the north. Spell components. Don't care right now. Tables of Doom. The Book of Dragons. Dark Tide of Damandan. The Cubanomicon is all about different oozes and stuff. It's really cool. Don't know enough about the Dungeon Master's Handbook, so I don't need those yet. Mines, Pugilists, Solo Adventures Toolbook, Store's Handbook, Inns and Taverns. Whoa, 100 biddies. Thank you so much, Robin, coming down, saying hello. Welcome. 2 weeks from yesterday, we'll be playing some Solasta together. Come check that out. Traveler's Handbook. Not really sure what that is, so we're going to load it. Yeah, I'm at a point where in my campaign, my characters have finished what they were doing, so now they're headed home. So I'm just loading everything I can think of to figure out what to do next. Tome of Beasts. Oh, I don't know why I unloaded that. Clicked the wrong thing. Undermountain, the Lost Chambers. Vault of Magic. And these are all expanded Dungeons of the Mad Mage things. Because they were running through Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Villains and Lairs. Weird stuff I found in the... See, here you go, Robin Nix. Whimsical Races right there. Really, really nice. Villains and Lairs. And the Out of the Abyss maps by Zacchaeus is great. He does a really good job for Out of the Abyss players. Out of the Abyss is probably my favorite. At least the first part. I've never actually finished the last half. We're doing a monthly campaign with Out of the Abyss, but I've run the first part of Out of the Abyss probably 5 times now. and I've got it down to a science. Make it really interesting for the characters. Usually they have no idea what's going on. Alright, there we go. So there's our modules. Now let's take a look at all these 10,000 things I pulled up and see if any of them are worth it. Alright, we're going to take I think I could open more than one at a time. Let's find out. What? They don't have a reference manual. Dragon of Icefire Peak. Forge of Fury. And the Hidden Shrine of Tamachuan. I remember looking at the Hidden Shrine and it just being like a weird cholty thing. So I'm not really interested in that one. Let's take a look at this to get a look at the levels of the Forge of Fury. Appendix. Magic items. This is creatures. Centaur mummy. That sounds cool. Alright, let's see. About the adventures. Forge of Fury. Here it is. 3rd level. Alright, so don't care. This is 5th level. They're higher than that anyway. So White Plume Mountain is 8th level. Alright, maybe I'll do White Plume Mountain. Let's see. Remind me exactly. Let's take a look and see. So if you want to know where they are, appreciate the lurk, Robin. Thank you so much. You're awesome. Alright, so party sheet up here under tools gives you can take a look. Yeah, there's 7. And there's enough of them that they could probably do the level 8. So that is White Plume Mountain. Maybe I'll do that. Get them in. So we'll open this up. Reference manual. White Plume Mountain is pretty dang cool, man. It is pretty cool. Alright, in League with the Devils, I believe. It's not something I want. Killer Kobolds, Mini Dungeon Caves 1. We will open that up. Stories. There we go. Just going through looking for them. Story. Just opening this stuff up to see what I can grab. Quick Dungeons, Village of the Dead. What I want to check this one to see. What level it is. 100 biddies. That is so awesome. That is awesome. Alright, let's see. Background? Introduction. So level 6 to 7. There we go. Completed dungeons. Filled with monsters and encounters. Not really whole adventures. Alright, so this looks for a 6th or 7th level group of players and presents a challenge as players have to save townsfolk, give them safety while fighting off undead that threaten them. So this sounds pretty cool. I like this. So we'll put this let's as minimized. Minimize, here we go. As one of my checks. Scarn the Missing Schema, reference manual. Let's take a look and see what this is. It's done by Maticuri. So here it is for 1st to 5th level characters. Okay. Never you mind. Too little. The Dark Tide of Damundan. Damandan. Damandan. Dun, 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 dun. A dun. Here we go. 4 to 5 from 5th to 8th level. Here we go. 3 to 4 hours, depending on how they interact with each of the adventures. Alright, so we will minimize this as well, because that fits into my level range. Alright, then we just have map packs in the bestiaries, and the rest of this stuff is not playable things. Nope. Okay, cool. Alright, so let's go ahead. The fantastic terrain, fantastic encounters. That's right, this is my stuff. The one I did. Grim encounters 1, 2, and 3. Reference. Bam. Alright. So if you're wondering why I had a hex switch, we have a hex switch in our group. Combat random events. I want to see how to incorporate that. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, if you're not catching it, this is within modules. So if you go over here to your campaign, your library, it says modules, and pops this open. This shows you everything you have loaded. I went to activation before and activated all these. And now I'm just going through. As you click each one, over here it tells you what they have. Reference manual, encounters, classes, stuff like that. Traveler's Handbook. I'm going to go ahead and pop that open too, to get an idea of what it does. And I think that's pretty much it. Villains and Lairs. This is a nice one. It has, because I've used it before, it will have people like Sir Wallace van Hayden, and then you can find it has encounters. Let's see, here it is. Let's go to the reference manual. Just pull up the reference manual for this one. If and I remember right, it has the damned, the dead, and the decaying. There you go. So it's got a list of the villains by CR. So you can decide at what point you want to introduce them to your characters. So you could take like a level 12 villain and introduce them much earlier, and then later on, by the time they get up to 12 or 13, that's when they meet him for the first time, that type of thing. But it's nice because it's got them all listed. They're all alphabetical right here, but by CR. And then when you go into Lairs, associated with a specific villain from this module. So the ones that have the asterisk have the specific Lairs, and there's 2 of them that aren't. And these are all, so you can take a look at the maps. So you look at here's some standing stones. They go down the spirally staircase, boom, into this, and they've got all the different areas. The void of silent screaming. So it's well done. I've used 1 or 2 of them already in the past. Again, some really cool designs and maps and things. got the plot hooks. Everything's all spelled out for you. It makes it easy for you. I don't think right now I need a villain at this point. I have a villain that they're fighting already. I do want one of these for later on, so I'm going to go ahead and... Where is... Let's see. I thought there was a way to link this. Let's see. Villains and Lairs. Reference manual. I thought there was a... Let's try it like this. I guess I'll just go to the page. I'll just go here. What I'm going to do is, so down here you have your hotkeys. Let's move the dice tower out of the way. Move my dice. Let's reset. There we go. My dice are now on top of the dice tower. There we go. Alright, so down here you have your hotkeys. And this is 1 through 12. I've mentioned this many times, but you've got Shift for another set, Control for another set of 12, Alt for another set, and then any combination. So Alt Control is another set, Alt Shift is another set, and Control Alt Shift is another set. So you have more than 100. I forget the exact number. But you have a crap ton of hotkeys if you want to use them. Looking at what I've got in here so far. Here we go. Which one? What is this? Anatomy of a book. Oh, these are books. Okay, nice. Thanks to Robin. She did this as well. All right, so we're gonna open this up. Once it's popped open, we're just gonna drop this down. Control J is the Shiznik. Yeah, for a Notepad++, absolutely. Yep. Glad you, glad there was one thing I was able to do to help you, man. Alright, so let's pop this open, see what this is. This is from... DMG? Yeah, this is from the DMG. Goes on the how to make an encounter. So very cool, very cool. I had that saved. Alright, so for now we're gonna get rid of the villains. I'm happy with the villains we have. Alright, so now we have all of our ones open. Let's take a look at these other ones. See what we got. Dead Moon Rise is for what level? Take a look at the map. Oh, that's the one I just popped open. We're gonna ignore that. Alright, Travel's Handbook, we'll take a look at that in a minute. Same thing with the Slip Trips and Flying Turnips, Combat Random Events. Let's take a look at that real quick. Let's see. Been using for jungles on Friday. Nice. Yeah, it does definitely makes your life easier. Okay, I just messed that up. Alright, come on. Click. So this is something that's I got from the Dungeon DMG, the Dungeon Masters Guild. Random event tables for combats. So let's go ahead and take a look at it real quick. There we go. So Marmus, who is Mark Gaffney, Rob Toohey, Sell it. Combat's messy. Alright, so this is at the start of every round I make a hidden roll to myself. If the result is 90 or above, I consider implementing a random occurrence. Alright, that's pretty cool. I like the art. Dun, dun, dun. What are they fighting? They are undead of some kind. Looks like 3 heroes Unless this guy's a hero too. Yeah, he must be a hero. So 4 heroes. Again, it's a bunch of undead. Cool, cool, cool. I like it. Got sidetracked there for a minute. Alright, so you can use the tables for the whole session of the groups. Right. Okay, so urban events table. Natural disruptions or standard distractions. A peasant lobs a turnip at your head. Alright, so we aren't worried about urban right now. Dungeon, here we go. One of your enemies trips on a stone, spends 10 feet of movement getting back to their feet, or takes a -2 penalty if they're about to attack. Nice. An earthquake tremor. DC 13, those who fall become prone. Strangely, the floor begins to tilt as if controlled by some unseen mechanism. An NPC appears and begins watching, smoking a pipe. I had that happen the other night, where a section of wall falls away, revealing a hidden alcove containing something. Nice, nice. These are dungeon events. And then wilderness. Nice, I like the wilderness. Let's see. A sudden gust of wind blows one of your enemies forward, making them stumble. Disadvantage on the next attack as they recover. Or a bird dive bombs you or your enemy, screeching. At disadvantage on the next attack. If your enemy's turn, then advantage on their attack. Okay? Depending on what turn it is. Wilderness events. Humorous. Sweat drips into your eye, -1 for the next attack. An incredibly powerful wizard who lives nearby appears and roars, "Silence! I'm completing a ritual and you are disturbing my concentration." If they continue, regardless, they animate their own weapons and can turn against them. Nice. I like that. Recommend using more. Very nice. Well, I like this a lot. Excuse me. So, I just need to be reminded to use this. So I'm going to go ahead and put that into my actions. So I have my control is my Dungeon Master thing. Let's go ahead and throw in slips, trips. Open this up. So you click the dragon symbol. That's the link. With this particular theme, almost choked and died there. Alright, so with this particular theme, the dragon symbol is your link. Sometimes it'll be around shield. It varies depending on the theme you're using. But regardless, this is a link. Take that link and drop it down into, boom. I'm also going to minimize this so that I can start adding them into my story entries and stuff for different encounters. Link it to maps and stuff so I can see them and use them. Alright, so I'll come back to the Traveler's Handbook in a minute. Grim Encounters. Alright, so let's go to the front of it. Little girl taking a sheep or lamb up to a altar. That's not creepy at all. Who converted it? Matakuri and Rob Tui. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, so I'm trying to find out what level these are for. So supplement for characters of any level. Some of them say that, but are they really? Let's take a look. There you go. CR tier 4. That's the highest level. Cocoons. Tier 2. Crumple Stiltspin. Tier 1. Cocoons is tier 2, isn't it? That's what I want. Alright, so... Local rumors tell of a mysterious and beautiful melodies drifting on the wind. A wicked witch is stealing children. The hag with the hair. I like that idea. He stumbles upon them. They just escaped, and a woman with long hair captured their party, keeping them captive. Cut his way free. What is the premise? Into the ancient woodland bordering a city, a lone spiraling tower stands in a clearing, with melodies pouring from its windows. Covered with vines, but their vines are actually hair. A beautiful, bedraggled, middle-aged woman sings as she brushes streams of her hair, welcoming guests to sit and rest. She is a carnivorous hag. Alright, so let's see. Level adjustments. Giant spider. Let's take a look at the spider. Okay. Rapunzel. Nice. This wouldn't be bad. I mean, it's shticky. But, why not? So we'll leave those there. That's cocoons. Crumple Stiltspin is tier 1. Cursed Cuppers tier 1. The Drowning House. So if those of you who don't remember, tier 1 is 1 to 4. Tier 2 is 5 to 10. Or 1 to 5, 6 to 10. Tier 3 is 11 to 15. And tier 4 is 15 to 20. The Drowning House. The house is alive, but can the party find out why? While walking through the countryside, the characters are disturbed by the sound of screaming from a cottage. The characters find the cottage is slowly filling with water. The source of the screams are a family trapped in the house who are being terrorized by animated objects. Once they enter, the characters too will be trapped. To escape, the characters must pacify the objects through roleplay. Each character gets one action, during which they can quiz one of the objects about what has happened. Interesting. Well, not really sure this is going to be the best idea for my group. I'm going to throw this down here, though, just to look at later. Maybe something I will want to incorporate in later. Lady Ironhand's Revenge, tier 3. Lights Out, tier 2. A dwarf. Gain control of his kingdom through the power of a blue light acquired from a witch's well. And he kills a witch. The witch has returned to her full power. The witch wants her lights back and is willing to work with strangers to bring the king to justice. The castle is haunted. Full of illusions to entertain the king and torment the queen. It's not calling to me. Nanny's children, speaking skull. Thorned bound heart. A handsome wizard requires help from the party to free his true love from a wicked fae. On his first birthday, Briar was cursed by a hag so he would fall into slumber of eternal nightmares on the day that he fell in love. The only way to break the curse is with true love's kiss. He falls into a deep sleep when he turned 21. And the hag, as soon as he fell asleep, the hag appeared, and the entire cat tavern was enclosed. Final page. Alright, so don't care. Grim Counters 2. I'm going to go a little bit quicker with this one. See who did it. It is Matakure again. Matakure. CR3, CR2, CR2. An Archmage and his 7 brothers under curse for too long. It's time for his own daughter to rise against him. She must face the Raven Assassin. Clan of Drow have been excavating a tunnel from the Underdark. Fox and the Fool. An extremely harried fox repeatedly asks for the adventurer's aid. Interesting. I will take this out and look at it a little bit more detail. It says you can include them multiple times throughout their travel. They are traveling, so that might work. Glass Mountain, these are all tier 1s. I think in a perfect world, if I were to do something like this, I would do it in order. All CR1s, then all CR2s, then all CR3s and 4s. Just so somebody doing this, like I am, wouldn't have to go through all this. The town musicians of Bremen. Long ago, a group of awakened vigilante animals were cursed when they reached out to an otherworldly force for the strength to protect their hard-won gold from a group of robbers. To this day, the awakened donkey, dog, cat, and rooster sit in their lone little cottage in the woods, awaiting the return of the robbers. Alright, so cottage and the cursed gold. Is there not a map? Following the battle, if they defeat the monster, they are free to collect the gold and stay in the cottage. Should the animals live and are freed, they hold no malice. Alright, well this is definitely something I am curious about. Doesn't look like I have a map, however, I have a lot of them to choose from. So click Town Musicians of Waterdeep. Minimize this one. I like this one. This is pretty cool. Trial of Little Franiker Finn. 24 devils. We place in a noble setting. I don't care. Alright. Last one. The first Grim Encounters. Also by Matakure. The Barbed Piper of Hamarkin. Oh, this is not tier. This is CR. Okay. Interesting. Big Bandit Boy, he doesn't know fear. CR6. Fisherman's Wife, CR1. Lament to the Little Children. The Little Red Cap. Here we go. The Marquis of Carabas. It's a nice cat picture. A sweet little cat begins following the party. Can the adventurer see past the puss to its evil source? They find themselves in the company of an irresistible little cat who follows them around. Items belonging to the party start going missing, and the cat comes and goes more and more. The Marquis was transformed by a spiteful and jealous Oni who lives in a ruined tower which once belonged to the Marquis. The Marquis must bring the Oni valuable gifts in order to get rid of the curse. Alright, again, does this have a... Here's an image. There's a picture of the ruined tower, but does it have a map? Does not. Okay. Again, I like this too. The Marquis of Carabas. Minimize. Move this up. Boom. Alright, so these... yeah, I think I've found enough. So I'm going to go ahead and close these down. What's this one? White Plume Mountain. Yeah, I'm thinking about White Plume Mountain as a longer thing for them. Let's take a look at the map. Yeah, I remember this one. I've I had several people that went through it. I'm trying to remember, I might have even been one of the people who went through White Plume Mountain. I've definitely heard podcasts and stuff, or people going through. Hidden slime, glass globes, a coffin, yes. Very big and wide. This is the entrance where they come in. Yep. Alright, let's see. And what does the battle map look like? Part 1. Looks like it has the line of sight. Yep, it does. I'm definitely going to make these smaller. I'll actually do that right now. Let's see. So we go here. So if you'll notice, there's a crap ton of, these are called occluders. That's what these little squares are, because they're following the edge of a cavern. This is also badly done for occluders because the players can't see the wall. So we'll have to fix this. If I do use this, I will fix the whole thing. For now, I'm just going to fix this while I'm thinking about it and while it's here. So you go here to line of sight. You go to the red, which is the walls, and then you go here to select. And then grab this whole section. Simplify. These are all selected now. They all turn full red. Simplify selected occluders. Click, 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 and you see it's just removing some of these, making them much less. One more. Alright, so that makes it a little bit less. The more occluders you have in a map, the longer it's going to take to load and things. It's not a huge deal, especially for a map this relatively this small. But you know, like you see all these occluders here, all these occluders here, all the crap ton of them here. So again, you just make sure you've got this selected. Your select. Grab the lot of them. Nope, didn't work. So I'll try it again. Boom, and simplify. Simplify. Just gets rid of a lot of them that are there. It'll make your maps, especially for your players, load a lot faster. Simplify. Alright, so, but that's the idea. If I do use this, then I'll go back in. I need to fix them anyway because you can't see they're just, if you put this in player mode right now, go to play mode, and if I we'll open up the combat tracker, I'll throw a person on here so we can see it. Player preview. Let me go ahead and fix this. Here we go. So we'll just take Rendin the wolf. Player preview. He doesn't have dark vision. Alright, so let's kill him. I'll put Luthi in there. She does have dark vision. So you notice this is just ends. She cannot see the walls themselves. We'll even add an effect real quick to her. We'll add light. If we click on the effects, they've now added these spell light, torch, lantern. So that makes it color because she was using her dark vision. But you'll notice, see this tiny section here is the wall, and then it's just darkness because the line of sight isn't done correctly. If you move it back, having trouble selecting the correct one. Zoom in. There we go. Here, we'll do it this way. Select, grab all of them and move them. There we go. Boom. So now, if we go back to play, now she can see the wall. She sees the wall there. And that's what I prefer. I actually prefer a little bit more, just so it's not confusing at all. They can see where the passageway ends and stuff. But anyway, that's for a later date if I use this White Plume Mountain. So we're going to go ahead and go to Contents. And then we will take and go to my Control, which is where all my things are. We will drop it down here. And close this. Close that. Alright, so after about an hour of looking through all the stuff I've got, take a look at the message of the day. See exactly where they are. They're on their way back. So I have this link, the map of the Sword Coast, and let's put in the calendar date. So I definitely use calendars. Calendars are right here. It's what looks just like a calendar. Double click on the day, and it tells you what's going on. Caravan stops for the night. Orcs are seen. The next day is spent in the comfort of the caravan. Luthien have eggs that hatch into a gold colored snake. During their long rest. So it's actually going to be the 26th. Right now it's 1 a.m. on the 26th. Let's go ahead and make it a little bit later. Click, click, click. 7 a.m. on the 25th. So they're actually going to be the 26th. So let's go ahead and move forward the next day. So I'm holding Control and using my mouse wheel to change the time. So double clicking here to open up the page. Where to go? There it is. Let me make sure I put this in the right place. I did not. Okay. I put these in the wrong spot. They changed this because this used to be the other way around. GM notes were on the top. Character notes were on the bottom. Control X. Alright. I want to be at the players to be able to read what happened. Oh, wait a minute. I think this is indicating that GM notes are above. Now I've got it. Now I'm confused. Let's see. Winter solstice. Yeah, I think I had it right the first time. So what I'm going to do is, if we go down here, right click on where it says Fantasy Grounds, click this again. This will open up a second instance of Fantasy Grounds. So we'll take a moment while we're waiting for that to load. So I think this was right the first time. Control Z. Can I Control Z it? No. Okay, so there we go. Alright, so I think it was right the first time. 2607. The caravan heads out. And then at 1000, so the quote-unquote leader of the group is named Scrambles, the Death Dealer. So they call themselves the Scrambled Eggs. And that's why it says the Scrambled Eggs arrive in Neverwinter. I actually want to take a look and see, make double sure, because I use Nashkel, and which is a city I made myself, and Neverwinter interchangeably. I want to make sure I know what I'm doing. Here we go. Image Sword Coast players. Here we go. Neverwinter. So yeah, they go in Neverwinter. Perfect. Alright, so Phandalin is where they have their steading. They have a house that they built. Alright, so they arrive in Neverwinter, and then they're going to head out, and they'll have that, they have another encounter, depending on how long they stay in Neverwinter. I have another encounter ready for me right here. The road with the memorial. Alright, so we're going to put that map into the message of the day. Message of the day is awesome. It allows them to whenever they log in as a player, and we'll see that in just a moment here. Once we log in, it will pop up right in the middle of the screen. Join campaign. Spencer. It's my own. Boom. So this is loading into my own campaign. And you can see in the chat, once it catches up, anytime somebody joins your table, it pauses for about 30 seconds to a minute while they join, and then it will catch back up. Not responding. I'll give you a response. Got a couple portals set up for Friday. Nice. Yeah, Portals is a nice little addition that's been Diablo Bob has an extension that allows, when they move on to a certain spot, it'll ask you, the player, do they want to move to the next location. So it's good for steps, for magical, arcane gates, things like that. You have a long passage that leads to another map. You can do it within the same map, different location, or even a different map. So they're pretty cool. Portals, you should check it out. Alright, so we're going to drop again using the link. Bloop. And Then we're going to open up the calendar again after we close this. Come on. My internet is running a little slow today, so, and my computer itself is working hard with these two Fantasy Grounds. Here we go. Boom. Most of it are measure load, close. Alright, close. Close. Alright, so we open up the calendar again. The cool thing about the calendar is you can just move it over here. I'm going to minimize the travelers. Actually, no, I'm just going to move it for a moment. So you can see here in the chat, Spencer77 connected. So if we go here to, alright, we are in 26, right? Yes. It's 26th at 7 a.m. So click this, output time to chat. Click output date to chat. So the characters can see it anytime. And I can also, for my message of the day, just drop it right here, the time, the date. So, is our other one loaded yet? Yes. Alright, so here you've got the other, this is the player version of the same campaign. See if it's, I don't know if it's caught up yet. I don't think it is because I have a thing. But the thing I wanted to check was the calendar. Here it is. So this is what the players see. So here it is, just like I said, pop up, message of the day. This is still loading, so we'll give it just a minute. Let me switch back to my version. See, it says the time and the date. Alright, there we go. Okay, boom, boom, boom. So this should be, I think they may have swapped this. GM used to be up top. I think they swapped it to where the GM is now below. In which case I need to move several of these up. So that's what I'm checking. So I've got everything they need to know right here. Boom. And on the image of the Sword Coast, the P is right there. That's where they are. P for party. P is for perception. But it's also for party. Alright, there we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. They go about 40 miles a day, so they're going to be 20 miles out. 5, 10, 15-ish. So they're about here. Alright, make sure my math is right. 20 miles at 4 miles an hour would be about 5 hours. They're going a little bit faster than that. So yeah, that's close enough. Close enough. Okay, so now we should be loaded, fully loaded. Boom, come here. Yep. That's moving things along. See, so as they open it, boom, shows them where they are, what's going on. Boom. Alright, so now back to the calendar. Yeah, see, it does give me characters. Cool. We're just going to be closing this in a minute anyway, so I'm not going to worry about it. So, Yep, I think these are all incorrect. 27th. Yep. Wow. This is frustrating. So, how long has this been happening? So, the red is for the players. Trick's birthday. Alright, so this is all the stuff that happened while they were in the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. So, close. Alright, so these are all shipped. So I was correct. They did switch it. GM notes are on the bottom. And that's not good. So I'm just opening up all these that have them in the wrong spot. Okay, so this is correct. 23rd is not correct. So we are fixing it, making sure this is, yeah, that does look like a comma, right? That's comma. Yep, it's comma. All right. 23rd, 24th. Fifth. So you can tell there was something in the back of my mind that I couldn't remember. I wasn't sure, didn't want to misspeak, but when you look at the calendar, the blue is for the DM, the red is for the players. So let's make sure these are right. Yeah, see, these are all wrong. Just fix these real quick. Control A would also work. It's probably faster. Just copying and pasting, slapping these where they should be. Boom. Winter solstice. Just for anybody. Boom. Okay. They're attacked. Deliver the package. Okay. There we go. So now the players, do I still have it open? Yes, I still have it open. So now the players can look and see, hey, I don't remember what's happening. Boom, this is what happened. On the 24th. Double click on the 25th. Now they're on the 26th. What is there for the 27th? Oh, Zorko's room expires. I'm going to go ahead and delete that part because we don't. It doesn't matter. You can also go to on the day, view the log entry. Shows you that. You can also click on all logs, and it shows you all of them for that have notes on them. And you can click open any particular one that you want. Alright, so we're done with this. We're actually going to leave this exit session and exit the program. 27th, we don't need it because Zorko's room expires. We don't care because Zorko doesn't play with us anymore and they left the city. So it is not pertinent. Alright, so now we've done with that housekeeping bit. Let's take a look at the Traveler's Handbook real quick to see what it is I purchased. I don't know why they don't have this in here. Wow, that is a badly done image, dude. Okay. So who converted this? I'm surprised. Let's see. Conversion by Sean Sides and Rob Tuvey. Surprised Rob let him get away with this. No, because these images should be inside here. Wasn't Robin. That's right. She knows what the hell she's doing. These images should be in the reference manual so that you don't have to click them open. They should be popping up there. Shame. Shame. Oh, weird. I've got it. I've got the sound. Let's see. Click. That's not it. It's this here. Man, my screen's being weird. How do I just want to... I think it's this one. Yep.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
That's right. Alright, so... Image back cover. Again, it should be here. That's cool. So it doesn't say... There's no introduction. There's no... So we have travel, pace, activities and costs, mounts, vehicles, equipment, encounters, NPC section, and treasures. Let's take a look at the encounters, just out of curious. Random events. There's another image that should be here. Okay. Okay, so it's cool. So for all the different areas, a bridge, the air, a river, a woodland trail. So they're going to be on a woodland trail. Let's give it a shot and see what happens. So there are 50. That's not bad, not bad. They found a sage, but none of these are linked. So I guess you just have to find them yourself. That's fine. They didn't want to have all... I can understand not wanting to have every single thing that they on these lists in here. Again. Yeah. Alright, why do we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 through 7, but no explanation of what the hell these things are? Not impressed, guys. Not impressed. Activities. Traveling costs. Mounts. Cool. All different types of mounts. Those are neat. Horses. The type, the color, the name, the size, and the trait. Okay. So it's just a big old list, I guess. Second table with the same thing. Third table with the same thing. Different vehicles. Equipment. Nothing really exciting here. Those are all pretty much things from the Player's Handbook. Maybe a couple things from the Comprehensive Equipment Guide. Does the first table reference the other tables? No. So there's no explanation. I mean, come on, man. What are all these tables supposed to represent? Which one should I use? And if they're all not all different for different things, then why wouldn't they all be together? Just have one big massive table. You know, you can have random events table 1 rolls to see which of these other 6 tables they roll on, if they're all the same. I don't know, man. So I'm not really impressed with the Traveler's Handbook. I mean, I like the tables. They're cool stuff. So like this one, gate closes off the road. A horde begs for food. Horde? What does it mean by horde? A gang of gnomes start a fight. Horses run past. No, I don't know what that is. Did I click something wrong? Someone casts a fireball. It's a random event. And let's see, table 4, for example. Full moon armor sells armors and weapons. 2 men are carrying a coffin. That's cool. Alright, so notes, nothing. Let's go to the first table. Notes. Oh, we gotta wait till it loads. Nothing. So there's no notes. There's nothing telling us when or how you're supposed to use these tables. All we need is like 2 or 3 paragraphs, folks. Okay, this is probably the first thing that Rob Toohey has ever put out that I wasn't a big fan of. What is this NPC section? Random NPCs. Again, how do we use these tables? They're just numbered. Confused noble. A friendly tiefling. Okay, so these are... So you could say a noble. Here we go. Human, lawful good, and their stats. Holy shnikes, so high stats. These are definitely not normal commoners, that's for sure. Because 10 is supposed to be average. I mean, look at this. A hermit ranger with 16, 16, 16, 16. 11 con and 10 intelligence. That's crazy. Why would a hermit have 16 charisma and not 16 con? Okay. Anyway, just taking a look at these. Again, this is just another list. I mean, the person who... I don't necessarily blame the person who converted it, because they're working with what they're given. This is crazy. An urchin, half-elf female wizard with 10, 17, 18, 18, a 6 and a 7 at least, in charisma and strength, but dex, con, and intelligence of 18 and stuff. Yeah. So, again, these are just things. Powerful lord, a docile peasant, determined barbarian, and there's a lot of stuff here. I just don't think it's very well explained or utilized. And then there's just treasure, individual treasure, treasure hoard. Isn't this the same that's in the DMG? Dungeon Master Guide? No, that's different. Alright. Okay, well, there you go. That is the reference manual for the Traveler's Handbook. I'm guessing this came out quite a while ago, because, like I said, most of their stuff that Tui comes out with is, and puts his name on, is much more polished and much more user friendly. Alright, so that answers that question. So right now they're going to be coming home. They're going to come to this roadside memorial. And while here, they are going to come upon, so there's some bunch of stuff that they're going to find. Let's make sure it is correct. Yep. So I've got some giant ants, some onkegs, several sinkholes, and some traps set for by the trees, the tree traps, to protect the shrine. We've got pictures of the onkeg. I'm going to move it. And then pictures of the giant ant. So that's ready to go. I just had to throw the characters on here, slap them on there as they come up to here. So what I want to do is I want to get a better image of this so they can tell what's happening here. Because this is a Dungeon Alchemist, let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to minimize this. Alright, hopefully this doesn't break my computer, because and I had to find the map again. Robin doesn't do conversions anymore. No, you write your own stuff, and it's very well written. I just want to make sure it's loading, and then we'll go back. So we'll let that be. Sort of keep an eye on it. I need a drink. Okay, so they're going to come to here on the shrine on their way home. They'll do the encounter, and then they'll continue on their way to Phandalin. There's the Phandalin. Why did it open up this? I don't want you to open up Steam links. I want you to open up Dungeon Alchemist. Go away. go away. Make sure Sluggo and Mars are still playing. They are. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, well, I don't see where it opened up Dungeon Alchemist, so let's try that again. Wait, what's this? There it is. It's coming. It's coming. Right there. Dungeon Alchemist. Alright, as you can see, my computer's not the best in the world. Alright, so like going back to there. Phandalin. I have grossness I want to get rid of. What the heck is this? Crap. Right click pointers to remove this. Alright, so Hornfist Smithy, perfect. I wanted to make sure that was there. Jackson's Blacksmith. I'm gonna throw a map on here. Go to my assets. I should have a smithy map. If not, I can make one. Or find one. Or both. Close. Images. We'll just type smith. That way any kind of smithy, blacksmith will pop up. There we go. Blacksmith. Will this work? Let me take a look. Create image. Campaign image. Zoom in. Alright, so there's a bunch of stuff. The kiln is here. So they work outside. And then he can sleep in here. No, I'm not too thrilled with this one. Because it's just not what I was looking for. What is this? Drums at Daggerford Haunted Smithy. Okay. Take a look at this. Nope, not going to be one I need. Blacksmith. Nope. Okay. So I don't have anything in my assets. Alright, Dungeon Alchemist. Are you loaded yet? So this is Dungeon Alchemist at night, the night version. Alright, so as soon as Dungeon Alchemist decides to load, right now it's not responding. We will take a look there. I could also just look on the interwebs. While we're waiting for Dungeon Alchemist to behave. Says it's not responding. Let's go ahead and close it and reopen it here. Alright, so here let's take a look and see if we can find VTT Smithy map. That's very specific. So we'll start here and see. I might need to put blacksmith map. I might do something else, but we'll see. There's should be something we can find here. Too big. Nothing in there. Oh, no. Actually, I might just make it myself. So let's go ahead and get minimized. Let's get Dungeon Alchemist up again. Start off with a little quote. It's been a minute. Jimmy Crack Corn, I don't care for that at all. Yeah, I heard that on a podcast. I stole it. Alright, Alright, getting back to here. Let's see. Dungeon Alchemist is not responding. Just wait for the program to respond. Keep trying to do multiple things, and I think that's what's causing it to glitch. Alright, let's see. This one's not too shabby. Is that a blacksmith? It is. I like the addition of the coal. Alright, so let's close this. I'm just not seeing anything that are really floating my boat. This one's not too shabby. That one's not bad at all, actually. It's got the smithy back here. And it's got the public facing side out here. What is that? Oops. So I might do this. This is Pinterest, so it is Blacksmith Map by P. Nielsen on DeviantArt. But I think I'm just going to make myself my own. So, close this out. Dungeon Alchemist is loading. So we'll do a little bit of showing you how to use those. Okay, here we go. So I am not... A couple things I wanted to do on Dungeon Alchemist. First of all, I want to find... This was the last map I had open. I know what this is. Yeah, I don't remember why I pulled this one, but that's okay. Let's go to File, Open Map. So I had that memorial. File. Is there new? Okay. So let's go to Steam Workshop. Subscribed asset? Did I subscribe to it? No. Okay. I don't have anything here. Browse collection. Nope. Don't want any of those. Open browse map. Okay. The one I have is a roadside memorial. So let's start with roadside. See if I can find the one I wanted. The one I was using. Alright, so let's try. I'll go down a little bit. Is it? Open the map. Open the map. pretty sure this is the one I was using. Yes, this is the one I was using. Cool. Alright, so I want to overlays, effects, terrain, view. Okay. Cinematic view. There it is. Cinematic mode. FR. I don't want to do that. Don't want to record escape. Don't want to take a picture yet. Alright, come on. Let's use the mice. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get a 3D picture so that my group will see. There we go. Turn. There we go. Zip, zip, zip. There we go. Nice. Turn. Alright, so as they approach this, this is what they can see. Turn, turn. Perfect. So now I can show them this. Isn't this cinematic mode now? I guess not. Alright. Stop moving. I was right where I wanted to be, and now it's all messed up. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm not as familiar with Dungeon Alchemist as I am Fantasy Grounds, which is why this is not a show about how to use Dungeon Alchemist. Alright, so now I'm here. I hit F. Takes a screenshot. So now I type, I'm entitling this Roadside Memorial. I go into my Sven images, perfect. Save. Escape. And that's all I wanted to do, so the other thing I want to do is see if they have what kind of browse maps. Smithies they have. So let's go to Smith.